one of the big goals I think all of us have is contentment. In fact, there's a very prominent verse, Philippians chapter 4, verse 12. Paul says, I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. And when I read that verse the first time, it sounds a little passive. It's like I can sit down and do nothing at any time and be very, very happy because I'm just very content. And what I have discovered, well, we've discovered, is contentment is actually a much more active process in life than that.
It's a verb.
Yeah, biblical contentment is the determination to stay on the path of growth and to keep exercising your gifts regardless of what circumstance you're in. And that became very important to us because we had a transition in our life we hadn't planned on.
Right. And that was Bill's aging parents lived up in the Los Angeles area. We lived down in San Diego. And they started needing Bill's help. And so he was driving back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, sometimes 7 hours each direction because of the traffic. And one night he walked in and he said, like, I could tell it was like midnight. He was so exhausted. And I said to him, honey, I think keeping your parents alive is killing you. Like,
felt that way.
Do we need to move closer?
And it was an amazing question because living close to my parents would not be easy. Like, they're not real healthy people. I had a very difficult time with them growing up. Pam doesn't have much of a relationship with my mom. Because
she doesn't have much of a relationship with anyone.
And so asking Pam to move close to my parents, that would have been the hardest ask of my life.
She's agoraphobic, a hoarder. So one was frail of mind, the other was frail of body. It was a challenge. But Bill started praying, and he came to me the next day and he said,
I said, Pam, I know you love the water. Like, I think you may be half mermaid, actually. So what do you think about looking into the possibility of living on a boat?
And it took me like 10 seconds, and I'm like, hashtag crazy fun, midlife adventure, let's do it. And so that way we could live closer to Bill's parents and care for them, but have a happy place on the water to come home to. It was kind of like a vacation in the middle of chaos in caregiving.
But it required contentment because we downsized from a full-size house with lots of storage to a very, as Pam is saying, a very fun boat with very little storage.
And so what are some things that we have learned by living tiny? Well, on the boat, we've learned some really important things like over communication. For example, if we're passing things on and off the boat, we have to say, got it?
Got it.
Good.
Yeah, because if not, you drop it in the water and then it's gone forever.
And the other thing is we have to decide who's going to be the captain of that boat.
And we have to learn how to keep dancing with each other because walking through the boat, it's really easy to run into each other. We have to do a dance to get around one another, which if we have a good attitude, those are all really good skills.
Right. Then when COVID hit, we had to downsize and move into an RV on Bill's parents' property. And I don't know about you, but that was never on my goal sheet. I want to live in a trailer on my in-laws' property. No. So it was a challenge. It's 300 square feet. And one of our friends, Jay and Laura LaFoon, were doing a training, a marriage training. They said, yeah, when you get on each other's nerves, we just go to different parts of the house. And Bill and I started laughing. We're like, different parts of the house. We have inside and we have outside. And so what we learned in the RV is to have a good sense of humor. We would take a walk every night, and on the way out, we would listen to a Christian comedian, and on the way back, we would pray for one another.
So stay on the path of growth and keep your gifts in operation regardless of the circumstances of your life.
You can be content.
Hey friends, we really hope you're enjoying the marriage conversations here on our A Better Us YouTube channel.
We have hundreds of more helpful marriage videos designed to give you hope and tools to make your marriage even better.
Right. And you can see just a few options we think you might like here and here. So keep exploring.
Oh, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here so you don't miss out on all the great marriage help we have coming your way all the time.